Hello everyone, this is Deepa from Sankaran IAS Study Circle, Hyderabad. In this video, we will be learning the Ministry of Finance and related very important schemes, which is going to be favorite questions for UPSC as well as state civil services. So without wasting the time, let's start with the schemes which are coming under this particular ministry. Ministry of Finance. Under this, the first program or the scheme which I'll be explaining, Pradhana Mantri Mudra Yojana. There are so many programs or the schemes which can be seen under this Ministry of Finance. But very important ministries and very important schemes that will be covered in all of my videos. So do watch the videos. I hope it will be useful for your preparation. Thank you. Let's start with the programs. Pradhana Mantri Mudra Yojana. The program was launched to give access to cheap credit for the poor and small fledgling business persons with the objective to provide self-employment. This is very important. This is actually a financial support that will be given for the poor background as well as for those who are actually small entrepreneurs. They want to start up a business but do not have the financial support that will be provided under this particular Mudra Yojana. But you have to be very sure that Mudra Yojana, is it related to all the youths or one particular sector of the society? Those things you have to concentrate upon. So let's learn that one. Micro Unit Development and Refinance Agency, the full form for MUDRA. M stands for Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Limited, is an NBFC supporting development of micro enterprise sector. As I told you before, small, not macro. Mudra, it is related to micro entrepreneurs. Under the scheme, loans are given to non-farm income. This is also very important. This loan is not related to farmers. This is related to those who want to establish their own business. So this is for non-farm income generating enterprise in manufacturing and trading and services whose credit needs below 10 lakhs. This is also important. How much the money is provided to a particular entrepreneur to start up a new business, it is very important. Within 10 lakhs. This is micro credit. So that will be up to 10 lakhs, but within 10 lakhs, the amount will be provided for a particular entrepreneur. So, such as poor and small fledgling entrepreneur or business person. Mudra provides refinance supports to banks or MFIs, micro financial institutions for lending to micro businesses. Public sector, regional, rural, state and urban cooperative banks to eligible for refinancing from Mudra. Loans can be availed under 3 categories. First one is Shishu. Shishu means what? Small. That is 50,000 rupees. Okay. Next one is Kishore. Kishore means adolescent. So that will be from 50,000 to 5 lakhs. Tarun. Tarun is 5 lakh to 10 lakhs. As I told you, Shishu, Kishore and Tarun. There are 3 types of loans that is provided under Mudra Yojana. Those are Shishu. Shishu, it is 50,000 rupees. 50,000 to 5 lakh, it is called as Kishore. And Tarun, it is going to be 5 lakhs to 10 lakh, but within 10 lakh rupees. Okay. So these are all the points which you have to concentrate under this particular scheme. So the next one is Krishi Kalyan Cess. Cess, you know very well, it is tax. So Union government on all services which are liable to service tax at the rate of 0.5% for financing improvement of agriculture and welfare of the farmers. Okay. So what is this Krishi Vikas Cess? Because Krishi, farmers related, Kalyan Cess, they want to give the support for the farmers. So that is related to Krishi Kalyan Cess. What is the rate that they are fixed for this particular forms or under this particular scheme is 0.5%. The proceeds are first credited to the consolidated fund. And the central government may, after due appropriation made by the parliament, utilize the money for such specified purposes as it may consider necessary. This is related to Krishi Kalyan cess. The next one is gold monetization scheme. Gold monetization scheme, I think you already come across, and the investments they are promoting from the day one they started with this scheme. Gold monetization scheme, it explains about savings, gold saving accounts. So it is what it explains about gold saving accounts which will earn interest for the gold that you deposit. Rather keeping inside the house in a locked room or in a locked cupboard, if you keep that one in the bank, they will provide you the interest rate, or they'll provide you the money, or the required amount will be given for your gold. Deposited gold can be in any physical form. This is also important. It is not in a particular way they are mentioning that it should be like, the gold coins or the gold bars, or it should not be jewelry. It's nothing like that. It can be any form, but it has to be gold. The tenure of gold deposits is likely to be for a minimum of 1 year. Within 1 year, that whatever the gold has been deposited has to be taken back after 1 year, and they can redeposit to get or to earn the required money. The long-term objective is to reduce the country's reliance on the import of gold to meet the domestic demand. The scheme will also help in mobilizing the large amount of gold lying as an ideal asset within the household. As I told you before, don't keep it inside the cupboard. Just utilize it through earning. The government's providing you the amount for such kind of golds that you have kept at home as a waste to these things, secured or stored. In the bank, the security will be there any which ways, and as well as it will be earning. So that is about gold monetization scheme. The next one is sovereign gold bond scheme. Even this is also, it was there in the news, and now also you can see in the news. Gold bond schemes are the government securities denominated in grams of golds. The bonds are to be issued by RBI. They will be restricted for sale to residents, Indian entities including individuals, trusts, universities and charities, charitable institutions. This is important point. It is restricted for sale. To whom? These are all the people to whom that is actually restricted for not selling that particular bond. They will be denominated in multiples of grams of gold, so with a base unit of 1 gram. 1 gram to 4 kg. That is the limit. Recently, RBI increased the maximum investment to 4 kg for individuals and Hindu undivided family to 20 kg. 4 kgs and 20 kgs. Numbers are important. 20 kgs per annum. Okay. The tenure of the bond will be for a period of 8 years. How many years? It is important. 8 years is the point that you have to keep in your mind. With exit option from the 5th year. Up till 5th year, there is no option of getting exit. But after 5th year, within 8 years, anytime you can exit from this particular bond scheme. The capital gains tax arising to an individual on redemption of SGB has been exempted. So, the redemption price will be in the Indian rupee based on previous week's simple average of closing price gold. So, this is about the sovereign gold bond scheme. Okay. After this, we will be discussing, or we will be learning about the National Pension Scheme. What is this National Pension Scheme is all about? National Pension Scheme is a pension scheme for the Indian citizen. The age group has to be 18 to 60 years. Age groups are important because each pension scheme or each schemes which are discussing related to the insurance maybe or the pensions maybe, that is very important because the age limits will be fixed and varied from scheme to scheme. That you will come to know in the rest of the programs which I am going to discuss in this particular video itself. Okay, while the central and the state government employees have to subscribe to NPs, it's optional for the others. This is important. Central and state government employees have to, that is a must and should, it is a must for government employees to NPs, and it is optional for others. The NPS is regulated by the Pension Funds Regulatory Development Authority. National pension scheme, it relates to the government employees. That is important. You keep that one in the mind. Aam Aadmi Bhima Yojana. Aam Aadmi Bhima Yojana is a Government of India social security scheme administered through LIC. LIC administers this. And what is the age limit? Age limit is 18 to 59 years. I think I marked it so it is not visible for you, so I have written down here. 18 to 59 years is the age limit for Aam Aadmi Bima Yojana. It's a group insurance scheme providing insurance cover for a sum of rupees 30,000 on a natural death. See, for each death, like whether it is a natural death, whether it is a accident, or whether it is death caused by the disease, such kinds of things is segregated or separated from each other, and that will be allotted a particular amount of money. What is the amount that is given for the natural death? That is 30,000 rupees. 75,000 on the death of accident. Due to death of accident, that will be provided 75,000. 37,500 for the partial disability, partial permanent disability. If a person has lost his arm, if a person lost his entire left leg, permanent disabled, so that person will be getting 37,500 rupees. Due to accident, and 75,000 for the total permanent disability due to accident. Partial 37,500, permanent 75,000. So these are all the amounts that has been differentiated among different kinds of deaths and disabilities caused because of accidents and natural death. Okay. The next one is, what is the premium that has to be paid? That is important. 200 rupees is the premium that has to be paid by the person who wants to get the benefit out of this Aam Aadmi Bhima Yojana. So, okay. This is about the Aam Aadmi Bhima Yojana. The next program which we will be discussing, it is related to Project Saksham. Saksham means what? Capable of doing it. The project is creation of new indirect tax network of the Central Board of Excise and Customs. The project will help in GST, implementation of GST, extension of Indian Customs single window interface for facilitating trade, that is a SWIFT. What is the full form for SWIFT? Single window interface for facilitating trade, and other taxpayer friendly initiatives under Digital India and ease of doing business of Central Board of Excise and Customs. So that is about Project Saksham. That is about Project Saksham. The next one is Forrester Pension Bhima Yojana. Forrester Pension Bhima Yojana. Sometimes it so happens that in the question itself you can find the answers. So read question twice. Somewhere it is going to click the answer. Yes, this is the answer. Fine. So that is very important for in any competitive examination, that to analyze the question in a proper way. Off work will be done by that itself. So, Forrester Pension Bhima Yojana. Bhima Yojana, I told you before itself, Bhima means pension all the time. So, remember that one. It is a government commitment for financial inclusion and social security. The scheme will be implemented through Life Insurance Corporation of India. LIC. Most of the insurance coverages or insurance programs will come under LIC. Only those programs which are not coming under LICs and with the separate nodal agencies, you should be very careful to get to know about that. It is to provide social security to elderly persons of 60 years and above, giving an assured pension at guaranteed rate of 8% per annum for 10 years. Okay, so that is about Forrester Pension Bhima Yojana. Atal Pension Yojana. So what is this Atal Pension Yojana? What is the difference between the rest of the pension yojanas and Atal Pension Yojana? Let's discuss or let's learn about it. This is also for the age group of 60 years, depending on their contributions. What contributions, how much they are paying as a premium, that is like, ranging from 1,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees per month, they will be provided. Okay, fixed pension. What is the pension they are getting? 1,000 to 5,000 rupees per month at the age of 60 years, depending on their contribution. Okay. This is for unorganized sector. That is important. This is for unorganized sector who join the national pension system administered by Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. I explained about national pension system or pension scheme. Under that, whoever is going to come under unorganized sector, they will be covered under this particular Atal Pension Yojana. It is open to all bank accounts holder who are not members of any statutory social security scheme. Okay, I told you it is mainly focuses on unorganized sector workers. So that is the point which is mentioned here. The age group is between 18 years to 40 years. This is also important. I told you before itself, like, each programs here itself, wherever you have seen, age groups are differing from one scheme to the other scheme. Here it is 18 to 40 years. Atal Pension Yojana, it actually covers the age group from 18 years to 40 years. Therefore, minimum period of contribution by the subscriber under APY would be 20 years or more. There in the previous Yojana, we discussed there only 10 years. Here it is 20 years because the age limit is a bit lower. So 20 years has been given under this. The central government will also contribute 50% of the subscriber's contribution or rupees 1,000 per annum, whichever is lower, for a period of 5 years up to 2020 is the time that has been fixed. Up till 2020. The central government is going to support this particular Atal Pension Yojana. Okay. So that's about APY. The next one is Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. The premium rate under this is rupees 12 per year. Very important. Okay. See the age group here also it differs from between 18 to 70 years. 18 to 70 years with a saving bank account who give their consent to join and enable auto debit on an annual renewal basis. The risk coverage available will be rupees 2 lakh for accidental death and permanent total disability. This is for 2 lakhs for the death as well as permanent total disability. And 1 lakh rupees for permanent partial disability. We read about permanent disability, partial disability, okay, under the different Bima Yojana. This is one more Yojana, so only do not get confused and do not get deviated with the numbers. These numbers are very important. Under which scheme, what the pension amount is given, and what is the amount that is given for the death, natural death and permanent partial disability, all those things has to be covered. Okay. So that is about Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. The next one is Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. It offers to coverage for the death due to any reason. See, death due to any reason. It's not mentioning only due to accident, only due to natural. There is nothing like that. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, it is for any reason. Jyoti, a light that is provided. If at all any person who died with the unknown fact of like maybe it is not the natural death or accidental death. It is any cause. Any reason, he will be provided with under this the pension will be provided or the respective person will be getting the amount for that particular premium whatever he has or she has paid. So what is the age group for this? 18 years to 50 years. I hope you are all analyzing it like it is differing from one scheme to another scheme, the age group. So look into that. Life cover up to 55, having a savings bank account who give their consent to join and enable auto debit. A life cover of rupees 2 lakhs is available for 1 year period at a premium of rupees 330 per annum per member and is renewable every year. Every year they have to renew it. Here 330 rupees is important and 2 lakh rupees for the available amount, that is important. Okay. This is also actually administered by LIC. LIC will be administering this particular program or the scheme. So the next one is a stand-up scheme, stand-up India scheme. Stand-up India scheme, it is a scheme which is actually promoting the entrepreneurship in SC, STs, tribal groups and as well as women category in the society. So who are all the categories that is covered? SCs, STs and tribal women especially. These are all the people who will be covered under this particular scheme. The scheme provides for composite loans by banks between 10 lakhs and up to 100 lakh for setting up a new enterprise in the non-farm sector. That is also important. It is not farm sector, it is non-farm sector. These loans would be eligible for refinance and credit guarantee cover. Tejaswini. Tejaswini, it is a scheme for socio-economic empowerment of adolescent girls. You can guess that Tejaswini, it is related to the scheme which is going to support or empowers the women or the girls. But very much you should be sure about that. This is for the adolescent girls and for young women. It seeks to empower the adolescent girls with the basic life skills. There will be basic life skills or the training which will be provided to acquire market-driven skills or completion of secondary education. Okay, it has 3 components. These are all the 3 components that has been covered under this particular scheme. The next one is Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandana scheme. Vaya Vandana scheme. This is also the pension scheme announced exclusively for the senior citizens aged 60 years and above. My dear friends, you're observing, right? The age group is differing from scheme to scheme. We have seen so many schemes above. The age groups are different from one scheme to the other scheme. The Life Insurance Corporation of India, even this is a nodal agency for this particular program as LIC. It is exempted from service tax and GST. Both the taxes, service tax or GST will not be levied on this particular scheme or on particular pension scheme. Okay. The ceiling of maximum pension is for a family as a whole. The family will comprise of pensioner, his or her spouse and dependents. Okay. So this is about the Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana. So here actually I covered minimum 13 schemes under Ministry of Finance. This is very important that you should understand that what is the importance of these schemes and how will they give the questions. As I've explained in the point wise, remember and recall it in the basis of that itself. Do watch my next videos. Hope you all understood whatever explained. All the very best for your examination. My best wishes are always there with you. Please subscribe and do watch the next videos.